I am currently at Ealing Broadway, and right now I'm waiting for a train to West Ealing, specifically an Elizabeth line service. It is very hot, but if you're interested, stay tuned.
Please subscribe. Please. Please.
So I am at West Ealing specifically for this reason. Yes, I am here to film the Greenford branch that is currently run by Great Western Railway, and they've recently received new battery trains. So the train isn't until another 6 minutes. This railway line is also dubbed as London's quietest railway line. And I've just seen a few people come off this Elizabeth line service. I think it's come from Heathrow. And some people are actually waiting for this Greenford service as well. So it does look like it's well used. There's also some people down the far end of the platform I didn't seem to realise was that not all Elizabeth line trains actually stop at West Ealing. So I was originally about to get on one at Ealing Broadway, and until I looked at the departure boards, I didn't realise it was going fast to Southall. So luckily I didn't get on that. But it seems like only the Heathrow bound services stop at West Ealing. Do love a bit of fast train action. Getting a lot of that here, but our train is just pulling in now as we speak.
This is West Ealing, the final stop on our journey.
Wow.
Please have your tickets and travel documents ready.
I must say it looks very nice in here. I decided to grab myself a nice table seat. As you can see, this train is quite empty, but there's a few people on board. For those that don't know, and I'm pretty sure most of you know this already, but this is an ex-London Underground train, which used to be on the District line. Um, I don't particularly miss these trains because I never really used them, although it does bring back some nice memories, I must say. But I was hoping for a class 165. But from my research, it seems that the 165 network is only run on this line from Monday to Friday. And I was actually going to come here yesterday to record this, but it was a lot hotter than it was today. So I knew I was going to settle with this, but it is what it is. It only takes 15 minutes end to end. Only stopping at Drayton Green, Castlebar Park, Southall Park, and Greenford. And just like that, we're on the move.
The next station is Drayton Green. This is a Great Western Railway service to Greenford.
I was originally going to start this video from Greenford, but I didn't realise how easy it was to get to West Ealing. So I thought getting to West Ealing was more substantial for me to get to, so it just made sense getting off here. This train does have onboard Wi-Fi, and it has fast battery charging, so that means that these trains are powered by batteries, not your AA batteries, but those little yellow blocks on the tracks at West Ealing, those are used to charge up the train end to end. So every time it comes to West Ealing, it gets a little charge up, and then it goes to Greenford and comes back and does that for the rest of the day. Now, I must say the air conditioning is quite decent in here. I don't actually know if anybody got on here at Drayton Green. I mean, the door's open, so they have to obviously, but I don't think anyone actually got on. Anyway, one thing I will say about these trains, which I've heard nobody say, well, a few people touched up on it, but these trains are just like that. We're approaching Castlebar Park. These stations are very close together, by the way. But yeah, with these trains, they are obviously not in the GWR interior. I just don't like when trains are not in the interior they're supposed to be in. I mean, you would have thought because this train is a GWR train, it would have had the interior with the green seats, the green handlebars. Even though it's not the best interior in the world, it's completely different. But it's a nice train other than that. I'm not gonna complain this whole video. I mean, shit. I can't. I might be the only one saying this, but I would have preferred a 165 over this, which is crazy to say. Castle Bar Park. This was shot in. The beeping sound is extremely loud. A couple of people just got off at Castle Bar Park. These announcements are so annoying. And then in a few minutes we'll be at South Greenford for more like a few seconds. I don't know if you guys can see, but Wembley Stadium is in the distance amongst these trees right there.
Great Western Railway service to Greenford.
So the next stop is Greenford, the final stop for this train. And that just goes to show how short this route is. But I just want to say, obviously these trains just came into service recently, but it is exceptionally clean. I mean, there's not much room for litter given how short the journey is. So here is the infamous A40, and there's a plane right behind me. How cool is that? Is this line useful? Well, I would say it is. Not even the fact that particularly a lot of people are using it, but mainly because you get the bus from West Ealing to Greenford specifically. I think the E7 does that, but the E7 only takes you to Greenford Broadway. So to rely on one bus compared to having an actual train line, and even for those that live in between the stations like South Greenford, Castleborough Park, Drayton Green, it's just an easier alternative, especially if we're trying to get to like Heathrow or London. You've got the Central line at Greenford, and you've got the Elizabeth line at West Ealing, so it's not bad. This service actually used to run direct into London Paddington, but I think that got withdrawn around 2018 to accommodate the Elizabeth line services stopping at the intermediate stations between West Ealing and Paddington. I don't really think this service needs to go all the way into Paddington, but I do believe there is a late night service that runs all the way into Paddington. Here we are at Greenford, Central Line's just here. I don't know when this train is going back to West Ealing, but I'm going to hop back onto it. But as you can see the doors that used to be here from when this train used to be on the district line. But yeah, it is a very nice train. I think it is a very good train, apart from the fact that it's not in the GWR interior. Other than that, I do love it. Let's get back on. The AC is so good. Oh my
Welcome aboard this Great Western Railway.
As we're leaving Greenford, we're about to go, and like so much people just ran for this train to try and get on board, and the driver nicely let them on board. Probably gonna face about a minute delay for that, but it's not that deep. Because of the great weather, I will say I think quite a few people are using this train. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to give this a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm gonna go into central London and do some shopping. Whilst I do that, feel free to watch one of these videos shown on the screen right now.